Peace, family, grand rising. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well. I hope the birds are chirping in your garden. And I'm hoping that you want to start a garden if you don't already have one. And if that's you and that's why you found me, I'm so happy you're here. And I believe in you. And I've got some tips for you. I think number one, if you want to start a garden that will feed you and be your medicine, start with perennials and self-seeding annuals. So that's why I started in my peach tree guild today, because I didn't plant anything over here. Actually, I think I replanted this yarrow in the wintertime, but I did have yarrow there last year. And some of the seeds might sprout when it gets a little bit warmer. I just wanted to go ahead and get a head start and move it over here, so I did that. So you could leave the yarrow out or in. It is a perennial in my area. The yarrow in my front yard is still there. It never died all the way back. I have echinacea here, and I have comfrey here. This is another echinacea, and this is my peach tree. So we've got fruits. This is really for everything down here is for my peach tree and also for us. So I think the yarrow brings like potassium and stuff, and the comfrey is great for nitrogen and bringing up all kinds of good things from deep down in the earth for the tree and the echinacea. It makes beautiful flowers, and it's medicinal for us. The yarrow is medicinal for us, and that's actually a medicinal comfrey. It's good for our skin and everything as well. I'm adding a hyacinth, which is also a perennial in my area. And so I'm going to plant that one, and it'll come back next year. That smells delightful. And for the fruit tree, I want flowers down here that are going to bring the bees, even though you can see that it doesn't really need help with that. Hopefully you guys can see there are bees buzzing around it. And this is important for your garden too, for bees to know that this is a place where they can find food. So always growing flowers and flowering fruits, it feeds you and it feeds the bees as well. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I didn't have to do this work and I can work on other work. My carrots are not perennial. I have one that I still have in the ground that I'm trying to get to go to seed, but that doesn't make it perennial. I'm just trying to get some seeds. So this bed needs work. I'm going to have to come and get these carrots out. I'm going to have to do something with those. I'm going to have to add and amend soil and stuff like that in these beds in order to plant my tomatoes and my peppers and cucumbers, whatever other stuff I'm gonna do there. But while I'm doing that, I still over here have medicine for when we get fevers and headaches and when we cut ourselves open. I actually have guests right now, and I heard somebody coughing last night, so I have pineapple rinds on my stove boiling, and I'm about to get some of this echinacea that I did not have to plant this year. I actually took a piece from that one and put it at mommy's house. Let's hope it's still alive over there. We have the peaches won't be here for a while, but we have peaches coming, and this is something that I didn't have to do this year. I think I planted this peach. It's been 2 years now, and it's big, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. We're definitely going to get peaches. It's bees all over it, and it's the first thing I look at in the morning when I come out. It's the first thing to wake up when it's spring. I don't even think it's really spring, but technically today is my last frost date. If you go back here, I have wild onions that Diva Jones sent to me. Those come back on their own when the weather is how they like it. And I'm grateful for that. That's something I don't have to plant right now. This oregano needs to get moved, but all of the oregano in my garden doesn't die back, and in mommy's garden either. I've got lemongrass here. That'll come back. Your fruit trees is a perennial that I definitely want to mention. Fruit trees take years to start fruiting, but if you go ahead and get them and take good care of them and learn about them and how they like to live and what they need in order to produce, then when you look up, you guys, I'm going to put a video below of this elderberry tree. When we moved from San Diego, this elderberry tree was so small, and I'm praying either this year or next year we should be getting fruit off this tree. It looks beautiful and happy and healthy. This tree I planted from a seed, and all I had to do was carry it with me and learn about it. And this happens to be the most cold hardy type of guava, you guys. I got those seeds at a nursery from a squished up fruit. So I just want to really show you guys, like, the easy work is like stuff you've already done. You know, if you're going to start, like I went to Tractor Supply and got those berry bushes at great prices. Get you some berry bushes. Those will come back. Learn how to prune them. Learn how to take care of them, but you don't have to buy them every year. They'll get bigger. They'll give you more fruit. This is the beauty berry. This one feeds the birds, and it feeds us, and I make mosquito repellent from this. And the mosquitoes will be back very soon. This one is native in my area, so it grows beautifully whether I take good care of it or not, even though I do try to take good care of it. It also wakes up pretty early, so I will have mosquito repellent, you know, by the time I know it, and I will need it. That's my key lime. So that's what I'm saying when I say learn how to take care of them. The key lime is not about that cold life, okay? But I think last night was our last cold night, and I'm not basing that on what they base it on, the groundhog. No, I'm not basing it on that. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm basing it on. I don't know if he's going to be all right, but I hope he will be. I do still see some green, and I did trim him before this last 2 nights of cold. He's been covered up for like 2 nights or something. Let me show you guys something real quick. That is a tomato. He's a volunteer from my Juliet tomato that I had planted out here last year. And I have never had a volunteer fail me yet. I had a pepper pop out over here last year, and it grew very well. The seeds know when. We don't know. That last frost date, I'm always ready for it to get cold afterwards. That's why I don't plant too much, because I don't want to have to cover everybody up if I get a cold snap. But the seeds know when to pop out. Roses are perennial as well. Look how green. This is still kind of a winter garden, so you know, any little bit of green you can have is amazing. These potatoes popped out because y'all know I be composting in place. But again, when the plants start popping out, because seeds want to grow and plants want to grow. Once they start popping out, this one's another perennial. That's my Yba Mate and kumquat. So when the seeds and the plants start popping out, I feel like, okay, it's starting to get time. It's time. It is time. Those are potatoes too, but this is supposed to be turmeric. I mean, it's going to be turmeric unless it rotted in there. And if it did, that's okay too. Let's see. I think all of these over here are annuals except for my grape. The grape will wake up. Hopefully it's going to wake up on Mama's land, because my little containers are breaking down. I love them, but I'm going to have to empty them out and move things. So I'll probably be doing that very soon. Snapdragons. I think snapdragons are a perennial in my area. These look beautiful. And you know what? I'm going to show you guys. I never even planted them here. I was like, this is where you're going to live. And I sat them here, and it just put its roots down in there. So I'm probably have to cut this and just add soil because it's already happy in there. Walking onions, bees balm. This bees balm comes back every year for me now. I don't have to replant this. I did plant more, but that's to expand. That's just to expand. So you're going to have your annuals. Excuse this broke broom. You're going to have your annuals and stuff that you have no choice but to keep restarting every year. Your tomatoes. Peppers, maybe. Peppers can be perennial if you can overwinter them. As you guys know, I'm still figuring that out. The gallonipper's doing the most back here. So don't mind them. No, not the deal. We're not talking about the deal today. The deal about to go. We can stop looking at that deal. My Okinawa spinach. I'll show you guys this in the light. It's beautiful. But this thing spreads, okay? It spreads and it comes back. And I'm just grateful. I'm just so grateful. So I've got a spot right here. Okinawa spinach. It's a little spot right there poking out. These are coming back beautifully. Right here we've got some, and right there. It's lovely. This lamb's ear, absolutely lovely. This is chocolate mint, and that is peppermint. Y'all, get you some perennials. Don't put mint in a garden bed though. Okay, because it'll take over the whole garden bed. Keep your mint in pots. But get you some perennials and some self-seeding annuals, and it will make every garden season easier for you. All right, love y'all.